Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Tammy's Creative Cards and Crafts, and I brought you back on tonight. I did a video earlier, but I have been working on trying to put some cards together for this evening, and I have showed you these two stamp sets earlier in the week. Actually last week, but I was sick, and so I wanted to come back on and do these two stamp sets, and people have shown interest, so I'm going to do a couple cards tonight and put them together for you. So I've got a couple things ready because it can be, video can be quite lengthy if I have to, do everything from scratch. So I have set up some things, and some things we'll do together. So the stamp sets I'm going to do tonight is, this one is the Beautiful Moments, which is absolutely precious. And as I said when I first showed you this, when I first seen this absolutely reminds me of my daughter, my granddaughter, because she's just about 7, and it just looks like her and my daughter holding hands. So I'm going to do this stamp set. And this one is called A Good Man, and that is just a perfect picture of my husband and my granddaughter here and here. I actually have a picture of my husband holding my granddaughter right on his shoulders. So I'm going to do this stamp set as well, if we can get them both done in a quick time with having a decent time for video. So I have, like I said, I have set some things up. So these stamps are both by Stampin' Up. And the colors that I have picked for the for the Good Man card, I have picked Stampin' Up cardstock. It's called Dapper Denim, and I'm just using Whisper White. And the piece here is in Crumb Cake, and I'm just using a Whisper White, and I cut it out with my Big Shot with my stitched dies. This one is cut to 2 and, let me measure for you so I don't give you the wrong measurement. This one is 2 5/8 all the way around. And then this Crumb Cake is measured 2 3/4. So it just has a nice little trim all the way around. It looks really nice like that. And then, of course, the Dapper Denim is just the regular A2 size, 5.5 by 4 1/4. And I've also cut a piece for the inside because I do all the inside of my cards. And that one is 5 1/4 by 4. But just let me check, because now I'm second guessing everything I'm doing. So yes, 4 by 5 1/4. So that is for the inside. And for the female card, I have used the stitched oval. I have used a piece of designer series paper, and this is just a piece that I had in my scrap, and I just like the color because it went with it. You can use whatever designer series paper you have, and I just thought it looked nice with the This is actually called Sweet Sugar Plum from Stampin' Up! Cardstock. This one here. And I just thought that that designer paper went nice with that. And then a piece of Whisper White, again, is 4 by 5 1/4, and the Sweet Sugar Plum is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Okay, so we can get started. And I will mention, I did cut these out before I stamped them, but normally I only did that because we're doing this, like I'm doing the video. Normally, and I would suggest, like if you were doing this on your own, don't cut them out on your Big Shot until after you stamp them. It's just a lot easier. I mean, you can do it this way, and I am going to do it this way, but I find it easier to cut them out on the Big Shot afterwards because it's just easier to line them up with the die. But like I said, you can do it either way, and you're going to see me do it this way as well. So I'm just going to grab a piece of paper to put underneath here. Give me 1 second and mind the noise. So I hope everybody is enjoying their evening, their weekend. I have been enjoying mine, but it's been really quiet because my husband is at work, and so it's kind of lonely. But I've been in my craft room, and gives me a chance to catch up on some stuff. So that part's good, but I would rather he was home and spending time with each other. So I am going to start with these pieces here, and I'm going to do one card at a time. So I have put all my stamps on my blocks, and we'll just start one card at a time. So since I have sorry, I'm just trying to organize everything here. Since I have all my blocks for the female one in front of me, let's do that one first. So I picked that one out for the oval. So I'm just going to put that down, and I'm using Stazon ink because I planned on using my blender pen to give it kind of a watercolor look. And I'm using my Stampin' Up! Inks, and so I'll show you the different colors as we're going along. So I'm going to stamp this again in my Stazon ink. And if you never used it, it kind of smells like almond. It's really nice. So I'm going to use this stamp first, which is the girl with the little girl. And I'm just going to, see if there's a little hair there, ink this up. And you should have a certain, I have a certain Stazon remover to get the ink off as well, because it's harder to get the ink off your stamps than the regular Memento ink. So I have like a remover as well to use. So I'm just going to kind of center that. Again, it would have been easier if I would have did this after, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Okay, press down, try to center it. And that turned out really nice on there. If everybody could see that. Okay, and I'm just going to set that aside and set the stamp aside here. And then I also have this piece for the inside, and I'm going to stamp the little girls. Sorry, I'll turn it around. Or it could be a woman and a little girl. But I'm going to stamp those just on the inside because I thought that was really cute and it would look cute on the inside of the card. I'm just going to kind of put it down in the corner a little bit. Give it a nice press. And that looks so sweet on there. And then the sentiment that I have to go on there is I'm going to put on the front is I grew up loved. And then on the inside it says thanks to you. So I'm going to put the thanks to you on the inside. There we go. Okay, so that is, I'm going to put that up there, and I need a little piece of Whisper White. See if that'll fit. I think that'll fit, and that'll be for my little piece here. Oh, that didn't get enough ink, so we'll just re-ink it. It actually is the kind of stamp that doesn't quite fill in, if you can see that. I'm not a huge fan of that because I like them when they look filled in, because it kind of, it looks like you didn't re-ink it. It looks like you didn't ink it enough. Okay. So we'll go with that one. And I will find maybe a punch or something to cut that out. So we can go with that. And since we have the Stazon out, I will go to the other card and stamp the images so they can at least dry while we're coloring in. So this is for the Good Man card, and it's for the front. It's got the little person up on the shoulders. So I'm going to stamp this on the little stitched square. And again, actually I might turn this way, and then I'll get a lot more of the image. And that looks really nice like that. So we got that, and we'll have the crumb cake behind it. And then for the inside, I have this really nice one here where he's holding the little girl. So I'll just ink that one up. Actually, I'm happy that I did that one kind of on the diagonal because it's nice and different, and I like the way that turned out. So it's nice to turn them different, do something different. It's your card, you can do whatever you like. Now I think on this one, I think I'll put him standing over on this side. And I do cards and stuff for craft sales and stuff like that, and I know a lot of people that buy cards and stuff from me. They prefer to have sentiments and stuff inside the card, so I tend to do a lot of the inside of my cards. Some people prefer to leave the cards blank, and that's totally up to them. But I do prefer to do the inside. So for the inside of this, the Good Man card, I selected, for the outside it says, you do a great job of being a great guy. And then it says, it's your day, you're the best. I wanted to leave it so it wasn't for a dad, because it could be for just for a regular person. It could be for a grandfather or an uncle, a brother. So, a godfather. Just going to put that right here. And I also had that little part, that was part of the stamp as well. And I also want to say, everyone, that I have been receiving a lot of comments and stuff from my request for the I'm tongue-tied. See how that turned out? Very nice. What am I trying to say? A lot of requests, a lot of comments for the my last video. Not paying it forward, but I can't even talk right now. What am I trying to say? For doing something for somebody else. Anyways, everybody knows exactly what I'm trying to say. And my brain is just not working right now. Random act of, I was going to say of violence. No, not violence. Not violence. Of kindness, and definitely not violence. A random act of kindness, and I'm just going to stamp this over because I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I don't like the way that Y turned out. So I've been reading the comments that people have been sending me for the random acts of kindness that people have been doing, and they are absolutely wonderful. And I want to read them on possibly like as I go along on different videos that I'm going to come out with. So anybody that has an objection of not wanting me to read their random act of kindness, please go back and write me a comment, because I did say in the original video that that is something that I'm going to do, is read them aloud. So I hope that is okay with you. And also, I forgot to mention that to be eligible for the giveaway, you must be 18. And I did ask you to put down there a random act of violence. Oh my gosh, a random act of kindness. I must be watching Law and Order or something too much. So please, it could be something very simple. It doesn't have to be anything complicated, or just something from your heart. Some of the ones that people sent me are they're so simple but so caring and thoughtful. It's just wonderful. So yeah. Anyways, very touching, and I plan on reading them. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so I have everything stamped right now, and everything looks great. So what I want to do now is go back and start coloring everything in. So I'll start with this beautiful little image here. So I'm going to use my blender pen, and I have this stamp ink pad here, and what I'm going to do is press in the middle, and when you open it up, it leaves a little blot of ink there. And just going to take my blender pen, make sure that there's nothing on there, and then I just go in and grab a little bit of ink with my pen, and then I can start coloring. So, and I try to do the darkest parts, and then as it starts to run out of ink, that's where you can see it going lighter. This is one of my favorite things to do, is do like, it almost looks like watercolor or blending. So I sent out 9 packages last week, and nobody has received them yet, so I'm anxious for the first person to tell me that they have received their first one. But none of them have received them so far, so I'm hoping that somebody will get there soon. And I'm just going to go in with the orange because my daughter, or granddaughter, has the most beautiful orange or beautiful auburn hair. And I hope it doesn't change as she gets older because it is precious. Anybody that hasn't used a blender pen before, when you're using it, you just run it on the paper and then you can change the color to something else. Let's do her hair here while I have it. And so, what else does people like? What else do people like to, like, what are your favorite things to do? Do you like coloring? Do you like stamping, embossing? Tell me in the comments. I love hearing about what everybody else likes. I love doing the blending like this and the embossing. And see if there's parts up there that you want to darken, you can just go over a little bit. Just try not to go over too much because it wettens the paper. See where you can see where that paper's coming up a little bit. That's okay. Just let it dry and you can just go back a little bit. That gives it a nice, almost like ombre look. And you know what? I may not be the best colorer. There might be, I'm sure that, I know there's way better people that do this better than I do. There's lots of people that do all kinds of, I mean, some people, it's their art. That's their thing. Some people are just so talented. Now I have actually a marker for skin color. See now, blender pen. Just gonna go in with that. I don't even like, I like leaving it, and I'll show you close up what I mean. Almost like there's little bits of, like it's not quite filled in. It almost gives it like a watercolor look. See that close up on the arms? I don't know if you can see that. This is a cute little stamp set. And I actually seen another image of this that somebody had done with all the, like almost like the whole family on the beach. And it was the father and all the kids together. And it was really nice. A yellow here. It's going to do the hair. Just have a little bit of brown here for the sand. Put down there. Some here. So there's our little image for the front of the card. I think I might have made her hair a little too yellow, or sorry, orange. I might try to darken it a little bit. I don't think it's quite that orange. That one looks a little bit better. Okay. So we have our little designer paper that I'm just going to adhere on there. So bring it over about a 1/4 of an inch. And then I think I'll use dimensionals on the back of this. cutting this out here. That looks pretty good. I might back it up with a little piece of that designer paper. Just one sec. Grab a piece of that. Try to cut it straight here. And that can be a job all by itself. Okay, that looks pretty good. And I think I'll pop that up as well. I hope you can see this. I'll show you in just 1 second here. That down there, and I have these little cute, they're called gumdrops. I haven't used these before, but I thought they were really sweet, so I'm going to stick a couple of these on. They're like little clear different sizes. Okay, if you can see those. So that's the front. And then the inside, I'm just going to quickly color that up. Actually, just to make it go quicker, instead of using the blender pen, I will grab some markers here. So give me 1 sec. So sweet. Okay, and So these are really cute. Markers work a lot quicker. I'm just going to do her hair, and then this card will be complete. Oh, little part of her arm. There. Okay. How sweet is that? Now that looks so sweet on the inside of that card. And then the outside, that is really precious. Okay, so that's one card. And now that we have all the stamps, I just have to color this. So I'm going to, this is the inside. So let's just color this really quickly. These blender pens are great, but I shouldn't be using them with Stazon. I should be using them with Memento. However, I'm using it now just to save time, because I noticed that the video is starting to get long. That's okay. Okay, so as soon as my husband sees this card, he is immediately going to say that this looks like his granddaughter. I know he will. I'm so glad that most of this stuff is over with on the internet, or I hope it is, because that was upsetting to see people upset about bullying and stuff. It shouldn't be happening in the community. Like I said, we should be having fun and enjoying everything, and I'm so glad that that I think it's over with. I seen a video with Mel today, and she looked fantastic. So I hope that things are getting better. So really quickly, there's the inside. And do you see what I mean by I leave little wisps of white here and there? It kind of looks like watercolor. Okay, so there is the inside. I just have this little piece right here. And this little guy doesn't have a ponytail. I'm going to give her one. There, you wouldn't even know the difference. So, make it look just like the inside. So, March is just around the corner. We'll have St. Patrick's Day, and then we'll have Easter. We have so many birthdays in our family and anniversaries and stuff that come up in May, and I think there is 12 birthdays, Mother's Day, and anniversaries in May. It is crazy. My 50th birthday is coming up, and I'm excited about that, and I'm hoping to have a big giveaway on here on my channel for that, so watch for that. I'm hoping that we can do a giveaway where I can get people to send some memory dexes, because I haven't received anything yet, but I understand that, you know, I'm in Canada, and you know, most people are in the States, but I hope someday that I receive something. But I understand. So here is the front. Really cute. And I'm just going to attach the inside. I would love to receive everybody's memory deck so I can send out birthday cards and stuff like that, because that makes me happy. And I'd like to celebrate everybody's birthday. I have the little piece of, I think it was Sahara sand. No, sorry, crumb cake. I'm just going to attach this one to that. Then I will put this one on dimensionals. Sorry for that, guys. And so I am just going to attach this right here. Right in the middle. And see if that's in the middle. It's approximately in the middle. Okay, and then I will cut this out. If I have a punch for this. So many punches, and I never find the right one I'm looking for, so I'm just going to okay, sorry guys, I'm just trying to okay, so I am going to put this on dimensionals. See, my time is getting up there in this video. We're going to go with that. Put this up here. Okay, and then I have this little thing that I had. They're little glass stars and hearts, and I threaded it on a little piece of twine. You see those? Actually, I'll hold it out here. So I'm just going to thread this along the bottom here. Maybe I'll put it along the top. Like that. And then it looks really cute. So that's what I'm going to do, and just to attach it with a little glue dot on each end. And that looks really cute. Glue dot in there. And then just attach that right there. And then I'm just going to snip it off on the corners. There you go. That looks really cute. So I may go back and put a little heart here and here, one of these little glass hearts, just to make that look a little bit better. So there is the card, and there's the inside. And of course, it's not complete until my puppy autographs it. And he has to do the other one. There we go. So I know this video went long, guys. I apologize. I should have done one card per video, but I was trying to get both of them done in one go. So I apologize for the long video, but I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button, share it with a friend, and if you hit the bell, select all, you'll be notified of all the when I put up my next video, you'll be notified. So thank you so much again. I enjoy doing the videos for you, and I have so much fun doing them. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.